So, good morning, my vibrations. It's V to the I to the B to the mother of 5E. I'm back with, I believe we are on part 5 of chapter 5, The Power of Intention. I need to get gas and I need to run to the Walmart. So, we're going to make this snappy. All right. So, we are continuing with the chapter, Your Impact on Others When Connected to Intention. The implication of these figures are immense for discovering ways of improving human consciousness and raising ourselves to the place where we match up with the same energy of intention from which we were intended. By raising your own frequency of vibration only slightly to a place where you regularly practice kindness, love, and receptivity, and where you see beauty and the endless potential of good in others as well as yourself, you counterbalance 90,000 people somewhere on this planet who are living in the low energy levels of shame, anger, hatred, guilt, despair, and depression, and so on. I can't help thinking of John F. Kennedy's handling of the Cuban Missile Crisis in the 1960s. He was surrounded by advisors urging the use of nuclear bombs if necessary, yet his own energy and that of a few trusted colleagues who were steeped in the potential for a peaceful resolution served to counterbalance the vast majority of those who pushed for attack and bellicosity. One person was very high spiritual energy energy can put the possibility of war into a last resort category. This is true in your own life. Bring the energy of intention to the presence of conflict, even in family matters, and you can nullify and convert the lower antagonistic energy with your presence. I do believe that. I do believe the more people that are positive, the more things in the world will change. And the vibration is all about what us as a whole collective people are thinking and processing. It's all about energy. I've done this in a hostile setting where young people influenced by alcohol and drugs were squaring off to fight while a crowd urged them on. On one occasion, I simply walked between two potential combatants, humming the song, "Surely the presence of God is in this place." And that energy alone softened the atmosphere, raising the level of energy to peace. In another instance, I approached a woman who was immersed in having an angry fit with her toddler in a grocery store and screaming hateful epithets at that 2-year-old. I quietly moved into the energy field, said nothing, but radiated my desire for a higher energy of love and nullified the low energy of hatred. Consider the importance of becoming aware of the impact you have on others. And remind yourself that by raising your own energy level to a place where you're in harmony with intention, you become an instrument or a channel of peace. This works everywhere, so be a part of the counterbalance to the human negativity you encounter in your life. 5 suggestions for implementing the ideas in this chapter. Number 1, become aware of the importance of making all of your relationships divine. The holy relationship isn't based on any religion. The holy relationship emphasizes the unfolding of spirit in everyone. Your children are spiritual beings who come through you, not for you. Your love relationship can focus on wanting for your partner what you want for yourself. If you want freedom, want it for everyone you love. If you want abundance, want it first for others. If you want happiness, want it more for others. And let them know it. The more you have holiness as the centerpiece of your relationships, the more you emerge with intention. Number 2, when a question of morality arises concerning how you should act toward others, simply ask yourself, what would the Messiah do? This inner inquiry returns you to the tranquility of intention. The Messiah represents the 7 faces of intention, all manifested in a spiritual being having a human experience. In this way, you're honoring the Christ in you that is also in everyone else. Practice wanting for others what you want for yourself by being Christ-like rather than a Christian, Muhammad-like rather than a Muslim, and Buddha-like rather than a Buddhist. Number 3, keep track of the judgments you direct toward yourself and others. Make a conscious effort to shift to compassionate thoughts and feelings. Offer a silent blessing to beggars rather than judging them as lazy or as a drain on the economy. Your thoughts of compassion raise your level of energy and facilitate your staying connected to intention. Be compassionate toward everyone you meet, all of humanity, the entire kingdom of animal life, and our planet and cosmos as well. In return, the universal source of all life will bestow compassion upon you, helping you manifest your own individual intention. It's the law of attraction. Send out compassion, attract it back. Send out hostility and judgment, attract it back. Watch your thoughts, and when you're anything other than compassionate, change them. Number 4, whatever others want it for them so strongly that you disperse this energy outward and act from this level of spiritual consciousness. Attempt to feel what would make others most happy and fulfilled. Then send the energy of intention to that feeling and concentrate on beaming this energy outward, particularly while in their presence. This will help to create a doubly high field for such intentions to manifest. Number 5, be continually alert to the fact that simply by thinking and feeling in harmony with the 7 faces of intention, you'll be counterbalancing the collective negativity of a minimum of 90,000 people and perhaps millions. Nothing to do, no one to convert, no goals to accomplish, nothing more than raising your own energy level to the creative, kind, loving, beautiful, ever-expanding, endlessly abundant, and receptive to all without judgment frequencies. These inner attitudes will raise you to the level where your presence will impact humanity in a positive way. In Autobiography of a Yogi, Swami Sir Yukteswar tells Paramahansa Yogananda, the deeper the self-realization of a man, the more he influences the whole universe by his subtle spiritual vibrations, and the less he himself is affected by the phenomenal flux. You have a responsibility to the entire human family to stay connected to intention. Otherwise, you could be depressing someone in Bulgaria right at this moment. With these words, Mahatma Gandhi sums up this chapter on how we can impact the world by staying connected to that which intended us here in the first place. We must be the change we wish to see in the world. By being it, we connect to the eternal part of us that originates in infinity. This whole idea of infinity and coming to grips with how it affects our ability to know and employ the power of intention is vastly mysterious. It's the subject matter for the final chapter in part 1 of this book. We'll explore infinity from a body and a mind that begins and ends in time, yet somehow knows that the I that is in here has always been and always will be. I am going to stop right here because I got to get gas. I got to go get some gas. Well, I'll read a little bit more. We'll go in. No, I'm going to stop here. Okay. So, the most important takeaway, because I do have 2 minutes and I usually go to 10 minutes, is to be the change that you want to see in the world. Okay, so if you want to see things change in the world, it has to start with you and your energy, your vibration. What are you projecting out into the world? Are you projecting out, oh my God, I hate this, da-da-da-da-da. Try to think more compassionate and non-judgmental. Of course, there are certain things that need to be discussed, but judging and being hateful and spiteful it's just not the way to go. So what else? Okay. I think there was one more. I found a couple things that I liked and I highlighted them. Well, not highlighted them. I put little marks. By raising your own frequency of vibration only slightly to a place where you regularly practice kindness, love, and receptivity, and where you see beauty and the endless potential of good in others as well as yourself, you counterbalance 90,000 people somewhere on this planet who are living in the low energy levels: shame, anger, hatred, guilt, despair, depression, and so on. That is powerful. Just by you raising your frequency vibration to a place where you practice kindness, love, and receptivity, where you see beauty and the endless potential and good in others, you counterbalance 90,000 people. Just imagine if we all did that. If one person can affect 90,000 people, how many people can we affect? How many, if we all do it? The whole world would vibrate so much higher. Alrighty, time to go. I will see you guys tomorrow for chapter 6, part 1, the power of intention. You guys have a great day and be blessed.